M0FXB, welcome to my channel. So we're going to show you how to install the USB driver for the D99 DMR VHF UHF dual band radio with color screen. So I'll put a link in the description, but you go to this page here by TXQ and you hit download here at the top where the down arrow is, and you get this zip file here. Now you do have to tell your computer to disable driver signature enforcement. Okay, now I've made a video on this. It's not great, but the video does show what to do, and I will put it in the description. Otherwise you get a fail when you do this. So double click the downloaded file, and the first thing we're going to do is install the USB driver. So at this point, just connect the micro USB cable on the right hand side here to the radio, plug it into your PC and turn it on. And when you turn it on, you will see something like, it's not going to be the usual ports and all that you would normally see here. You're going to see something show up here saying C7000 radio. Looks like this here, walkie-talkie 7000. Now go to your programs here that you've downloaded. The one you want is the C7000 USB. Double click it and you'll get this window here. Look at LIB USB Win32. That's the program that's going to install your driver. See, it says INF Wizard EXE. Double click. This program will create an INF. It basically is installing your USB driver. Click next and you're going to get a list, and the list you want is walkie-talkie C7000. You want that in the list. If it's not in the list, turn your radio on and off, unplug the USB, put it back in. Really, you do want it to show up in the device manager that it's at least connected with an error. It says it here, walkie-talkie C7000. Then just select it and click next. Then next again. Now the file that's installed, you just click save at this point. Don't install, just see it says walkie-talkie. Save it somewhere, you're going to find it, but it doesn't really matter where you save it, so I'm just going to save it to the file that I call D99 here. Save. Okay, and then after that you get the option to install. If you've got this far, you're in luck. And look, if you've carried out the change that I showed you in the video to allow driver signature enforcement to be disabled, you will get it to this point where it allows you to install the driver. Takes a couple of minutes, but once you've got this far, then you're going to be good to go. To programming the actual radio is very straightforward, not very different to any other DMR radio. The most disappointing thing is I can't see that you can install a big list of contacts. You can, add zones, channels, color codes, program analog, digital. You've got nice color screen. You can choose to view. There you go, it says installation successful, channels instead of frequencies. It's still a really nice radio, nice and loud, good audio, but can't see that you can install contacts. Although it does show you a little window when it's receiving of the DMR number and the talk group you're linked to. But I think it's a nice little radio for £60. Anyway, click OK, so it says successful. So at this point, we should be able to now actually use our radio. So now we're going to shut this window here, just click out here. Go back to the programming RAR, double click that. Now, it does come up as YM219, double click. You get this Chinese writing, double click that. And then now you've got the DMR EXE. I've never had to touch any of the other ones. DMR EXE. You get this, and it's in Chinese. Third one in, click it, English. We're now in English. So with a bit of luck, we should be able to start programming. I have made a code plug, so I will show you that in a separate video. But right now, I'm just going to show you a couple of basics. So basic information. That's the actual radio. You can add a boot picture. You go to intro screen here, if I remember right, and you just. I think it's 160 by 128, but anyway, I've already done it on a different program. The main thing is general settings. You want to get in your call sign here. So for me it's M0FXB, and your DMR number 2341437. I think that's the main thing for now. I'll just show you some zones and then I'll import my code plug from the actual radio with a bit of luck. So I'll just show you zones are here. I know they're all in Chinese. You're gonna have to right click, rename. Channels, let's find channels here. Lots of channels that have been put in already. Looking at them, they're 2 meters and 70. It's good that they've done that. Again, double click a channel, and then if it's analog or digital, you select it here. That's digital. If it's digital, you're going to need to link it to a contact, which is your talk group numbers, which are under contacts here, which is digital contacts. So things like talk group 91, things like that. Private all. And to create a private one, you just at the top here, see the drop down? That's private. You go to private and then you click add, and it adds a private, but generally you'll be using group. And then don't forget, channels go into zones. So if you double right click one of these zones, rename it, you just call it, say, my channels, like so. And then when you double click that zone, you can choose what channels you want to put into that, into that zone. Now I think they've updated this slightly, because when I went on this yesterday, these were all in Chinese as well. So they've done a bit of work on this already. Contacts, yeah, they've only got the bare minimum on there, which is not really usable. It does work, DTMF does work. Haven't tried text message, general settings. But regarding importing and exporting, I've had a look here, settings, and I still haven't seen where you can import, a massive list of contacts. You've got digital contacts here, and you can import and export these contacts. Look, import, export, that's great. But what I'm trying to find is when you import, all the user contacts, CSV file. I'll keep trying. Maybe you can. Someone let me know if you've seen it. Oh yeah, buttons. You can program your buttons. Right, let's go have a go at reading my radio and see if we can do that, because we haven't tried it on this PC yet. I'm on Windows 10 here. Go read, and then it should just read straight away. So I'm very pleased about this system. I think they need to do something, because we shouldn't have to go into our PC and tell it not to use, as I keep showing, driver signature, because that's a pain in the neck. Shouldn't need to do that. On my other laptop, it causes it to reboot. It doesn't really work. But overall, I think it's an okay radio. Just got to remember that thing about click OK. You got to remember that thing about the CSV contacts. You're not going to get that, and that is quite a biggie for some people. Others don't mind, but as a usable radio, it works great. So let me just quickly show you my zones. I've got my hotspots, I've got some repeaters, some simplex channels. I've even got PMR in there. Just show you channels. They are a bit mix and match at the moment, but they've got my local DMR repeater, some simplex channels, buttons. These are the button selections I've made. You can tell it when it boots up on the VFO what you want showing on A. At the bottom here, VFO A, I've got it on 145500, VFO B. And VFO, to get it into VFO mode, hold down the red button. That's my thing. And then main menu is the green button. And then A and B band is the star here. I haven't sussed out how to get it into simple screen yet. I mean, single screen. So, yeah, DTMF, you just hold down the PTT and dial it. It just works. It has got received group lists. Signaling system. Not sure what that is, but it does do DMR, CT, CSS, all that kind of stuff. Oh, it looks like you can preset some DTMF, and then there's some settings for that. That's what that is. General settings. What have I got on here? DMR number. Yeah, up and down. I told it to show channel. When you first turn it on, I can go up and down the channels, not the changing the frequency. I find that better. What else we got here? Oh yeah, hotkeys. You can assign each key to go straight to a talk group I can do here. Like so. I did tick GPS in the hope that something would happen, because it does show it. So there must be a GPS model. So I don't think this one is. I think so with a bit of more work from their side on the code plug, just so we can import CSV contacts, and we know we're not going to get them on, or the other one that would be great is talk alias. If they could add that channel display, I've got name. You can have frequency, number, or name. So I've got name. That's the one I like. Double standby. I'm not really sure what that means. Double, single, double, double. I actually don't know what that means. They do give you a manual, but it's tiny. And then scan and edit list. I might as well tick that. Just so it adds everything. And I'll send that to the radio. So you go program, write. And then we'll save it. And that's it. So this will get you up and running and programming your radio. We can also save, and we can import and export. Just show you that when it ends. There are instructions along the bottom here. Allow users to edit the scan list via the menu. The edit list allows you to perform certain actions on the scan list. So there are instructions at the bottom here. So maybe when I click that double, it might tell me what that does. Okay, that's it. We've got the code plug. We're going to save. We'll save it somewhere. We'll go File. Yeah, save. We'll click the little disk here. Save. Save it to my D99 folder. Save. Okay, and then if I just click here, it says here, double standby to open power saving mode is invalid. This radio is UV segment 2 channel scan state. So does it mean I can select single mode? I'm going to try this. Double standby, double or single. I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to write that to the radio, because I do think that it'd be nice to select single mode, if that's possible. So yeah, a bit to learn, but generally, you know, if you look at this, about £60 delivered. You've got this really nice looking toy, lovely screen, sounds great. It is a budget radio. Do not compare this to a 878 or a £200 radio. This is a £60 radio, but look at it. And I've been using it, and it just works and sounds great. And I'll do some videos on that as well. Having some contacts. So that's it. Write complete. Don't think I've missed anything. General settings we've done. Channel frequency indicator tones. Self-test passed. I do like tones. I'm going to turn them on. We'll just go from the top. We'll go down. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Boot. Attachment. Recording. Should I just do that? I'll just turn them on. Why not? Why not? Save that to my file. So I'll create a new file for that, just in case I've done a boo-boo. Just add another number and click save. Buttons we've done. Signaling we've done. Receive group list, that's my zones. Receive group lists. Got them there. I should change it really. Rename my group. Okay, we renamed it. Scroll down, that's all your channels. Scan, I've never used scan. Scan VHF and UHF. Or maybe that's just what they're named. So yeah, you can create a scan group. So you can do a lot. So write to radio. So that's it. Thanks for watching my channel. Catch you on air 7.3. Please like or subscribe. Links will be in the description. You want your Windows 11 computer to install unsigned drivers etc. So what you do is hold your finger on the shift button here on the left keyboard here, underneath caps, far to the left, underneath caps. Hold your button on shift, then click here, we're on Windows 11, the 4 squares, click it, right click it, click shut down and click restart. Keep your finger on the shift, like so. I'm recording this because I can't record the computer when I'm turning it on and off. So it will start to reboot. Keep your finger on. Now you can take your finger off and click troubleshoot. Then click advanced options. Then click, let's have a look now, startup settings. Then click here on the right, restart. You'll get a new, don't worry, it's not restarting, you'll get a new set of selections. And now you can use your F buttons at the top here. So your F buttons, these ones here along the top, and you can use them to now select F7 disable driver signature enforcement. Okay, now this will work, but it can still be a bit glitchy. But as soon as you've done that, once it reboots, then you'll be able to install drivers that do not have a signature. But it doesn't mean it will solve your problem, but who knows, give it a go. Thanks for watching, bye for now.